And as you can see, our marketing chair, Mr. Coddington, is in the room, and he will address those issues. But we are trying to move ahead. Actually, we have a timeline. I'll be open to the public where we would like to announce and release information maybe 14 to 17 days in advance. So according to our own schedule, we're a little bit behind the eight ball on this, but with so much activity taking place, good news with the teams traveling overseas in the semifinals, male, female, the under-12s, under-13s, 14s in the Naples Cup. We're also cognizant of the fact that, we don't want to or bombard the general public with so much football information that they may forget those very important dates. But we are going to work towards providing the general public and our football fans with more information on a timely basis.
Leading up to the under-15s going away, and they're doing well in Cayman, it would have been great to have more time to speak with a few of the young men. But we lost the opportunity because we were notified, 2 days before they were going, or the day before they were going, or something like that. It's just not enough. It's not giving enough time to give them what they should be earning, not just while they're out there, but leading up to it. How do we work together to ensure that we can get those things? I know it's very hard to confirm tip players, but you got to have some idea of who's available, who's not available, and those type of things. How do you think we can work together to establish?
Well, before I hand it over to Mr. Coddington, we've had a marketing review. So those are some of the agenda items that we are going to address. One thing that we did identify internally, that there are approximately 10 different departments inside the Bermuda Football Association as far as executive staff and members that have various tasks and responsibilities, and it's more for internal communication so that we even know what's on each other's schedule. In charge of competition, there are many matches taking place across the island every day, every week, and I may not be aware, or someone else may not be aware of activity that is taking place in my area of responsibility. And if we can actually review each other's schedules in advance, then we can see some synergy and maybe have a press conference where both events or agenda items can be addressed at one time for the general public. But I'll hand it over to Mr. Coddington, who's the chair of marketing.
Oh, you're very right. We definitely need to improve on lead time to have the press prepared and ready to promote these young individuals. We do get the information out, obviously not soon enough, and like Mr. Blankendoor just stated, we will be doing 14 days in advance at a minimum, and that's with all of football, not just the men, like you aptly stated. As you may also be aware, we have 3 coaches from out of our national academy that's down in the Cayman right now to get the CONCACAF D license that was released last night.
Kind of frustrating because they've already gone.
Which again speaks to again what you said, but on that behalf, sometimes we don't even know well in advance. It's like, hold up, you need to make a decision. Can you send these? Who can you send? Right. And with these individuals being academy coaches, we expect them to do well, and it's actually great news for all of Bermuda, because no longer do you need to say, I have to get a UEFA A or UEFA B license. Now you can get the CONCACAF license, which is also will be recognized should you change over districts, which is what was basically told to us in Panama at the CONCACAF, the last CONCACAF and CFU conference amongst all delegates of the region. And so some wonderful things are happening for the region, for Bermuda. Our boys are doing well, our girls are doing well, our coaches are starting to get themselves even further advanced in terms of coaching education. And I think that things bode well for the future of, at least the technical future of how football is being run and or being administrated. And then now we just need to work on, like you said, improving our lead time, and that's a point well noted, and it has been, like you would have been aware of, because FIFA have even spoken with you about how we need to improve, and those things come back to us, and we have to take those on board, and we have to do a much better job. And so we all put our hands up and say, listen, we have to do a better job at communication within, at communication without, to the public. So those things will improve. So
how can the media help?
As you see, if we all embrace it, we all can definitely throw the positivity towards how we can get the message out. We will do our best to get more information to you sooner, even more even if it came to things like trivia or just additional information, just getting that information out to you, and then you can then decide, as always, to use or not to use, and we'll just do our best to continue to give you the information so that you can make those choices as you see fit.
Let me continue. Since we are trying to improve the lead time for the BFA and its programs, we also like to inform the general public that the Dudley Eve will open on Monday, September the 2nd. The first 2 matches will be played at Bernard Park, and Group B will feature Southampton Rangers versus Pembroke Hamilton Club, and Group A will feature the Devonshire Recreation Club in Denny Town. So we are trying to improve that lead time. And next week we'll have another announcement on the opening of the league fixtures, but we're not trying to bombard the general public with too much information at one time.